Hey there, what's going on guys? Today let's check out 10 seeds for Minecraft 1.16 versions on Minecraft Java Edition. I recorded this video in Minecraft 1.16.3. These seeds do not work for Minecraft Bedrock Edition and are only for Minecraft Java Edition. For the coordinates and information about the seeds, check out my blog post that is linked in the description below. Alrighty guys, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started with this video with this seed that spawns you inside of a plains biome. On a tree right nearby, you can find this beehive. On one side of the plains spawn, towards the northwest, you'll run into a savanna biome with a village. I'm not a big fan of savanna villages, but that's mostly because I don't like acacia wood. I do always find it interesting when villages generate near elevated terrain though, like this does here, because it causes some interesting things to happen. Towards the southeast of the plain spawn, you'll find this desert temple village. It's always fun to find desert temples that spawn right next to villages like this one does. The terrain here causes some cool village generation with buildings going up this savanna hill. We also have a building generating on top of another building right here, which generates on top of another building down below those two. Here is the loot that I found inside of the desert temple. There's also a ruined portal right near here too, which is partly buried in the desert. A chest with loot is exposed though. Pretty cool seed here with a bee's nest at spawn. In this next seed, we spawn on a pretty big island, and that's all we are going to focus on. We are not going to explore past this island at all. Of course, you can see that the spawn island has a village generated on it. Overall, it's a pretty decent sized village with plenty of buildings and farms to loot and explore. It also generates right next to this ravine. This building generates right on the edge of the ravine. Following along the ravine will bring you to this full ship right on the edge of the island. It's a jungle and dark oak ship. I found this ore loot in one chest, a treasure map in the second chest, and this general loot in the third chest. A pretty interesting island to spawn on here. Next up, we have this seed which spawns you inside of a jungle. You actually spawn on the edge of this lake water area here. Right across the water is a jungle temple. I almost always find something decent inside of jungle temples, and I did in the non-hidden chest in this one here. Traveling east in this seed, you will find a mesa biome. Overall, it's a pretty decent sized mesa biome. Right on the edge of the mesa biome, you'll find a few things. First is a desert temple. Do you see it? Well, if you don't, that's because it blends right in with the sand. Pretty cool generation for a temple, I think. Here's some of the loot I found inside of the temple. I also found another jungle temple near the mesa. Here's the loot I found in that. There's also a blacksmith village pretty close to the jungle temple. Of course, blacksmith buildings within villages are known for their fantastic opportunity for quality loot. This village actually generates right next to a ravine. On the other side of the mesa, you can find this village. This village is actually really awesome. It generates with these two buildings floating over this ravine here. And there is this ruined portal that generates attached to this building. And that's where I'm going to end off with this seed. There are more things around the mesa that you can check out and inside the jungle too. But those are a few things that I really wanted to point out about this seed that I thought were really interesting. Now we have a seed that spawns you inside of a taiga village. I really like the selection of different biomes around spawn here. Of course, that includes the taiga biome, but you also have a swamp and mountains nearby too. I really like how these wooded mountains look. I think this location could be an awesome building spot with the mountains surrounding it. The village is actually a blacksmith village too, so you get the chance at some blacksmith loot right at the start of your world. Directly underneath the village, there is a mine shaft. This gives you a great place to explore, and of course, there are some spider spawners within the mine shaft too. Here is a seed that has 3 villages right near spawn. If you look at the mist map here, you can see the 3 villages surrounding around the spawn point. There is 1 plains village and 2 desert villages. I counted 8 buildings in the plains village. It generates with this ravine in the middle of it. This is the first desert village. I counted 15 buildings here. Some of the village stretches into the plains biome. This is the desert village. I counted 6 buildings in this village, which includes these 2 floating on this cave area. One of those 2 is a blacksmith, and I found this loot inside of it. This is a pretty cool seed here. Getting into the final 5 seeds here, we have this one with a shattered savanna right near spawn. Shattered savannas are biomes with absolutely crazy terrain generation that just looks awesome. Partly inside of that shattered savanna is this village. That makes part of the village generate in a pretty unique way, like this building here and this little cow pen here. Continuing south in this seed will bring you to a desert temple. It's a partly buried temple. Here is the loot that I found inside of it. Continuing around to the other side of the shattered savanna, you can find this pillager outpost. There is some loot at the top of it if you didn't know. There is also this ruined portal right next to the outpost. Of course, one of the structures added to Minecraft in 1.16. If you wanted to continuing circling around the shattered savanna, you can find this desert village. It's actually a very small village. There isn't much to explore here really. However, if you were to go underground, you can get to a mine shaft and 2 dungeons. One of the dungeons is a zombie spawner dungeon. This is a loot that I found in the 1 chest it has. The other dungeon is a skeleton spawner, and here is the loot I found in that chest. And that's where I'm going to end off with this seed. There are other structures and locations to check out, but I wanted to focus on those that are right near the awesome shattered savanna biome that is near spawn. Next, we have a seed that spawned me right on the edge of this river. A pretty cool forest spot to spawn in. Just to the northwest, there is a ruined portal. The ruined portal generation causes this hill to have a really flat-like wall here. Here is the loot that I found in the chest at the ruined portal. Going northeast just a bit will bring you to a plains village. This village sits right on the edge of the land, so it goes into the ocean. I always find it cool when the village stretches into the ocean like this. One of the buildings in the village is a tannery. There is some loot inside of the tannery building if you want to check that out. Entering the final 3 seeds, we have this taiga spawn seed that puts you between a pillager outpost and a village. Along with the taiga, you'll find a swamp, mountains, and a birch forest nearby. I really like how these mountains generate here. The pillager outpost is towards the south in this seed. It generates with 2 tents. You can get the loot at the top of it if you want to. The taiga village is towards the north in this seed. There are plenty of villages and farms here to explore. That includes 2 blacksmith buildings. Having double the chance at some great blacksmith loot is just awesome. I think it's a really awesome place to spawn here in this seed. In this seed, I spawned on this small island in the middle of an ocean. The island itself has 2 oak trees and 3 birch trees. It is also a turtle beach location. The island actually generates surrounded by icebergs as it's a frozen ocean. I personally really like icebergs in Minecraft. I think they look really cool. Just across the water from the spawn island, you can see a mushroom island. Of course, mushroom islands or mushroom fields biomes are the rarest biome variants in Minecraft. So spawning in this seed right next to one is really incredible. It's even better having it be so close to icebergs. Right off the edge of the mushroom island, there is this ruined portal in the ocean. Here is the loot I found in the chest at the ruined portal. Ruined portals that generate in oceans give off a similar vibe to that of an ocean ruin in Minecraft. Speaking of which, right off the spawn island, you can find an ocean ruin. It's just one small single ocean ruin. You can dig around and find this chest, which I found this loot inside of. A pretty unique seed here, I'd say. Finally, to finish off this video, we have a double village seed. Before getting to the villages though, let me mention that you spawn inside of a plains biome, and you'll also find a birch forest, river, and mountains nearby. The village closest to the spawn has 8 buildings for you to check out. I mean, that's cool in itself. It's always cool to have a spawn village, but then we get the other village that's nearby too. And let me just say that this village is really awesome. It's actually a double blacksmith village, which of course means you get double blacksmith loot. I see a lot of multiple blacksmiths in taiga villages, but not often in plains villages, so this is awesome. Going southwest from that second village will bring you to a mesa biome. This is actually a pretty big mesa biome, which is awesome to have near spawn. If you travel over into this small desert area near the mesa, you'll find this piece of ruined portal poking up out of the ground. You can just barely see it there. Definitely worth digging around here to see the entire ruined portal. If you're looking for a more exposed ruined portal, you can travel further into the mesa biome. Though even this one is partly covered by the terrain, with the mesa covering up some of it. Finally, back near spawn, I wanted to point out how this terrain generated. It just looks really cool, and I'm not sure I've ever seen terrain generate like this in a plains biome before. Certainly very unique. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome seed here with 2 villages right near spawn, with one of the villages being a double blacksmith village. Well, there you have 10 seeds that are working for Minecraft 1.16 Java editions. Again, I recorded this video and tested all of the seeds in Minecraft 1.16.3. Be sure to check out my blog for all of the coordinates to locations shown in this video. Let me know which one of the seeds in this video is your favorite. Also in the comments, share any seeds that you think people should check out. And if you feel like it, leaving a like on the video helps me out a lot too. And for more Minecraft videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for all of my future videos. Alrighty guys, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.